Hi, right. So today we are going to be doing some stuff on animating characters, bringing in animations into Unity, and also retargeting animations to different characters. So it's quite a big one, really. In the last term, we created this character and rigged it. So hopefully you have that. Um, and I have created some animations for this, and I will go over how I've done this in just 1 second. So I've just got some quick walk, run, jump here, and what I've done to do that is I have selected my armature here, and I have gone into pose mode, and your editor probably won't look like this. So let's first of all sort this out so it looks something similar. Right, yours will look something like this. You'll have a timeline here. Now you can press like Shift F10, I think it is. Oh, not on that one. Or is it F12? F12. I've forgotten which one it is because I never use it. Shift F12, yeah. So you can press Shift F12 to switch between the timeline and the dope sheet editor. What's the dope sheet editor? Thank you, random student. I'm glad you asked. The dope sheet editor is... Let me show you. Is a tool to see all of your keyframes. Now, if I just go into the action editor here, dope sheet editor, right, I'm going to select all my things, right, and what it does is it shows all of the bones that we have. So let's say we select this one, it then shows all the rotation, all of that sort of stuff. So super helpful, and we can like grab this and we can like move it around and sort out all of your timings that way. Now we're not going to be going into that right this second. We are going to be more going into the action editor. Now what the action editor does is lets us create lots of different animations with the same rig. Now, if you're using this just for Blender, you can then use these animations to layer them up and make bigger animations much in the same way that you would make a film in a video editor. However, what we're going to be doing is using these animation clips in our games. So we'll have a walk animation, a run animation, a jump animation. So now you won't have any of these yet. So what we're going to do is just pretend like we don't have one here. So I'm going to create a new one and just pretend this is blank. So and we'll have this as a wave animation. So I'm going to come in and delete all of these keyframes for all of them, and I'm going to go to my pose and clear the transform and clear all of them. Right, so you'll have something like this. Now I'm going to come in here and set my auto keying to be on, and I'm just going to have a simple wave animation. So we're going to start out like this. This arm's going to be down. Maybe he's like looking a little bit to the side, something like this. It doesn't really matter for this purpose. This animation could be absolutely anything. Let's move that frame up a bit. And I'm just going to rotate this back and forth. And every time we make an action, so I'm moving the timeline. So I'm moving the timeline, making my action, moving the timeline again, moving it to where I want it to be, moving it again, and so on. And I'm going to copy this last frame here, and then I'm going to paste it at the end here. So it will loop. It's going to loop. And I'm going to select all of these keyframes and hit Shift E, and I'm going to come here and go make cyclic, which will just allow it the curves. So I hope you all remember the curves animation lesson that we did. We'll just smooth them out so there's no hiccups. So now when we press play, we have a very janky animation. We'd obviously come in here and we might add a bit of secondary animation here. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it will do. So this has been renamed to Meta Rig Action. I'm not sure why. Let's call it Wave here. Now, this is kind of like the important part of this actions lesson. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit this shield, and this shield here stops it being deleted. 1 second, my daughter's just got home, so I'm just going to pause the recording. So yeah, this fake user stops it from being deleted if there's once we close down Blender. So I'll give you an example. So I'm going to put this fake user on, which is a shield, which now means that's safe. So we also have this wave 1 animation, which doesn't have any information on, right? And it's not got the fake user. So I'm going to save the file now. And then I'm going to reopen the same file. And now that wave 001 is gone. So be careful not to do loads of animation and then not hit this fake user thing, because if it's not being applied to your mesh when you save it, it will be deleted afterwards. So that's really important. So we have now made our wave animation. Now, the next thing for you to do, that might be in your run animation, it might be whatever, is make a new action. So make our new action. We have this thing. It's like whatever it could be. So it could be like it can be crouch, right? And then come in, delete all our keyframes, go into pose, clear, transform, and we'd make a crouch animation. Now I'm not going to make all of these animations here because it would take too much time. However, we now have our crouch would be here. And right, okay. So you've made a bunch of actions. in here and you've made sure to hit the fake user, the next thing to do is to export it into Unity. So I'm going to go into object mode. I'm going to select both my rig and my mesh here. I'm going to go File, Export, FBX, and I'm going to call it my character name. Yeah, and then I'm going to hit Selected Objects up in the top right. And down here we're going to do Bake Animation. Ding. Yeah, and then we are going to export it. Now, in here, we're going to, in Unity, as you can see, I've already done this. We can go import new asset and import our character name asset, and up in the top right hand corner we have the inspector for our FBX, and forget about this game window for a second, it's all here. We can see we have this, all of our animations that we've made, okay, and they're all neatly titled and have our start and stop frames. The next thing we need to do is come in here and tell our rig if they are looping or not. So some will and some won't. So you might not have the jump loop, as it just might not work like that. Some do, some don't. So our idle, we're going to come down and hit loop time. Now the way that FBXs work in Unity, as soon as you make a change to something in an FBX in Unity and hit this apply down here, right now whenever we overwrite information, if we override this actual file here in Unity, we have to then add in our clips manually. Now that won't make any sense to you. However, if you are trying to, you've changed your animations, you've changed stuff like that and it's not coming through, then you need to do it manually in here, because as soon as you make changes they are stuck. Now moving on, we need to go to rig and we need to come over here to humanoid, because it's a humanoid rig, and we're going to hit apply. Now down here in the avatar definition it'll say create from this model. We're going to go configure. Now in here, because we have named all of our armature correctly, it should populate through to our character avatar. And what this means is we can use these animations on multiple models. So I'm going to come out of that now. So I'm just going to delete this character name because I don't need it, as I already have it, this character here. So we have imported our character, we have created a humanoid, we have made sure all of the animations are correct. Now the next thing to do is make an animation state machine. So I will cover that in the next recording.